Less than two crew squad. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the pad. First pad of the new year. Okay, vibes on deck. What is that? Hold on. Little hat fuzz over here. What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good start to your new year, or at least as close as one can have. I'm happy to be back here with y'all for another edition of the pad. My voice is way better. As y'all know, if you were here for the New Year's stream, when we rung in the new year together, your boy was sick. I was not feeling good in the least bit. I was definitely going through it. But today, I'm better. I'm on the mend. And I am very happy to announce that I'm feeling as good as one can be going into tomorrow. Because I have a very big role tomorrow. And it would have been ropes if I was in a bad spot. Okay, so I can't figure out how to get my lights set up in this room because so I've had a rough day, chat. Let me be honest with you. I've had a very rough day, and here's why. First and foremost, I woke up, okay, as one does, and our router died. And when I say died, I mean it was deceased dead. Oh, welcome in, Core's Whores. Corey, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Welcome in, Core's Whores. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope you've had a lovely sesh there with Corey. Thank you for joining us. Corey, what were you up to? Were you doing the Amazing Race Roblox edition? I feel like that's the last thing I saw you doing. And yes, I too was lurking in the chat when you did a cast assessment. I'm happy to hear you like the cast. So it's Pooya season. You know it, Corey. It's about to be Pooya season real quick, actually, because a lot of traders coming in and a lot of traders coverage to talk about. So happy you all are here with us. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you, Mods, for shouting out Corey. If you're not following Corey, of course, by now, what are you doing? Corey not only featured on Big Brother, but also a big feature here on Twitch. One of my fellow Twitch partners, as it were. DH, I'm sorry about that, friend. Horrible news to get. But get the less than twos in for DH, please, and thank you, chat. Oh, hey, Corey, thank you for the 7-month, man. Appreciate it. Small feature on RHAP Traitors 1. Well, you and I both, man, we went out about the same time, didn't we? About the same time, but we had a good time. I'm doing way better, Jabri Gal. Thank you. Well, the Traitors with that will be on video, YouTube. I did see someone ask if we could do that. It will all depend. We were beefing. Listen, we've come a long way since then. What did you say, Corey? Now we channel all our energy towards Brando and Dwight, and we're better off for it. I'm so hyped for the RGB Traders 2. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow, chat. I'm very excited. Alan Cummings is cunning by presenting the Traders cast with the existential. If you are playing a game with someone you despise, would you replace them, even if the replacement is more strategic and more likely to win? Well, we'll see how that really plays out. We'll see how it plays out. Not 100% that it's going to go. I don't know. We can talk about it. So we have a lot to talk about tonight, chat. Obviously, the big ticket item of the night is RHAP Traitors 2. Traitors RHAP 2 is tomorrow at noon. That's the huge one. In addition to that, as Mandy asked me in the chat, I've been watching Traitors UK. I'm an episode and a half in of the 3 episodes. So I've watched an episode and a half so far. I'm recording with Annabelle tomorrow night at midnight. So I'm going to be caught up by then. And as expected, Traitors UK 3 killing it right now. Quinn raid. Well, Quinn tried to raid, but Twitch wouldn't let him. Quinn fought. Hey, yo, Quinn got his stream going. I love to hear it. Is Quinn's Twitch channel Every Now and Quinn? Soja, if you can clarify. There we go. Thank you, Mandy. Appreciate it. Make sure you get the follows in for Quinn. New one on the Twitch journey here. Noon Eastern Standard. Yes, Shavli. So it'll be noon Eastern, aka 9 a.m. for the West Coasters. So early for y'all on the West Coast. But for me, it's early regardless. It's noon. Will there be RGB Traitors UK coverage? Of course. Corey Bell. First time chatter. Welcome in. I will be covering it with Annabelle from Traitors AU Season 2. We're going to be talking about it. We're doing the 3-episode recap tomorrow night, actually. We're recording it tomorrow night. Hopefully, I'll have it to y'all by Sunday morning. That's the plan. Trying to stream the Traitors UK episodes in Discord on most nights if most people want to watch. Hey, but there we go. If you're in the Discord, go right ahead and assign yourself to the role for Traitors, and boom, you'll have access. Check out when we're watching it. Can you tell us any secret behind the scenes stuff about Traitors RHAP? What was it like to plan? If you ask me specific questions, Softy, and I'm able to answer them, I will. Otherwise, there's some stuff that I know that I'm not going to be telling y'all until the episode's done. Is Traitors UK on Peacock? It will be eventually, Manda Pants, but as of right now, it's live in the UK, so it's not going to be on Peacock until like maybe 4 months from now, probably. The RHAP Discord? No, Sunshine, my Discord is what's Jill specifically talking about. But I'm sure if you're in the RHAP Discord, someone there can help you out with access as well. But specifically for watch parties, we're talking about mine here. Sorry, chat. So my router died, as I was saying earlier. And as you can imagine, with all my work being online, a router dying is not good. You know what I mean? Shell says BBC iPlayer. There we go. That's the place to go to watch it for sure. Get that VPN going. Guys, you'll find a way. Man, I know you will. I know you'll find a way. But yeah. I'm pumped that I don't have to work tomorrow. Listen, it's a good day to not work. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a very fun time, let me tell you. But yeah. So I've got that going. How was the old router? How old was the router? Literally 3 years old. Not even. End of December 2020. So 4 years old. And it kicked the bucket. When I tell you it wasn't turning on, I tried to reset it. I tried doing so many things and none of it would work. So that's one. Two, the modem was fine. So I had to rush order a router from Best Buy. We drove to pick it up 30 minutes before Best Buy closed. I set it up now, thankfully. So we have internet again. But for a little while there, it was looking a little terrifying for tomorrow. If you're RHAP, do they have international show pages connected through Patreon? They do. This is true. I watched the final 4 episodes of Masked Singer and listened to the 4 pods today. Red Wings, thoughts? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to put your router under your pillow for a money for the new one from the router fairy. I mean, it'd be a very tough sleep though. Does BBC Player work with just VPN? No subscription or anything? I think so, but let Shell clarify because I've not been using the VPN, the iPlayer. The router also animal who done it. Wow. Okay, Jay, why you gotta make an enemy out of RHAP fan by saying that? Sounds like my Dyson hired. Oh, and the Dyson Inheritor probably costs more than the router for sure. The old router I checked was about $50. I tripled it and put it on the new one to make sure we have good access. Nothing is built to last these days. You got to watch By Now on Netflix. It's great. Oh, I don't remember the exact phrase for it, but for sure, new tech now is built and structured in a way where you have to get a new one after a couple of years. Phones are like this. I think most laptops are like this, in my opinion. It's a lot. It's brutal. But yeah, I need to get my shit together and get on Discord. Eliza, it's a good time. I know it's a little bit not distracting. What's the word I'm looking for? Intimidating to get in the beginning. But that being said, it's a smooth transition. You get forced obsolescence. There's a reason why I didn't remember it, D's. Forced obsolescence. There we go. You got the representative of the Sandoval pod. I was cringing, but Sharon made it fun. Listen, I know what I'm doing with the putting together the people, the roster for this pod. I knew it. I've held on to my Galaxy S9 Plus for so long, the SD slot and the headphone jack, but I need to upgrade now. App's not working the same. So what's funny is this is my old. So I have the Galaxy S22 Ultra, and this phone is incredible. But my old phone is a Galaxy S9 that I still have. And this note, you can no longer charge it with a wire. You have to use wireless charging. Otherwise, I can't charge it. And like it's falling apart. It really is. It really is. The router fairy can find it, but I don't want to sleep with a lumpy pillow, if you know what I mean. Speaking of, there's a documentary about Avicii on there that was really wonderful. Liana's been in our documentary bag. Also, Charge Forward, was it you who asked about Liana, whether or not she watched a Drag Race? She didn't watch Drag Race. She watched Traitors UK with me tonight. You have 2 phones? You know it. What's my old phone? I typically will have, like, for the last, 5 or 6 years, I keep my old phone. I still use my old phone because in the event that this phone is charging or, I don't want to, because usually when I get a new phone, I don't like using it to watch stuff on because I want to preserve the phone life as much as I can. So the phone battery, I don't want to use it by playing games on this or watching stuff on this. So I'll use the old phone for that when I'm at home through Wi-Fi, you know? Because it still works. I just wanted to upgrade, you know? I have a Galaxy S22 Plus and certain things are driving me crazy about. Oh, tell me more, Amy. Tell me more. If you were to change one thing about RHAP Traitors 1, what would it be and why? I mean, that's an interesting question because I feel like for me, the game structure went perfect. I think the only thing I would change is the getting rid of the challenges that were just time consuming. But other than that, I don't think there's much I would change from it. I think it went really well. Even though my fate was decided very early, you know? She got a kick out of the Runway theme. It was Mask for Masked Singer. Oh, that's incredible. I can't wait to hear her thoughts about it now. It's got a 24 plus last week, had a 22 plus prior, and have no complaints so far. I really want the 24 plus, Ali. If I could end up upgrading. I've never thought to keep the old one interesting. Honestly, it goes a long way to Gal, because think of it this way. I watch maybe some YouTube on this and podcasts and like Spotify when I'm out and about walking. But if I'm watching Netflix or downloading Netflix episodes to watch later or playing video games, phone games, it's on this one. Good answer. Thank you, Soj. Appreciate it. It's also good to have a backup one just in case. 100%. 100% recommend that. I'm not sure if it's the app or the phone that's making me crazy. It just won't hold my customized notification sounds. They keep changing back. Interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the resolution is there. Kristen says, I still have an S21, but thinking about upgrading this year. Honestly, S21, I mean, I'm a big Samsung phone guy, so you're not going to hear me complain about it, but the Ultra's slapping for me. It really is. This is the tech corner of the pad. I know, we never talk tech around here. Usually we're talking food, reality TV, podcasts. So it's nice. It's nice to get that a little bit. Love my Pixel 9 Fold. Bigger screens makes YouTube and games so much better. I agree. If you have the pocket space for it, these phones are great. But like, especially with Liana, knowing that, you know, a lot of women's clothing does not have good pockets, adequate pockets. I'm just like, this is menacing behavior. Not having the big phone, not having the not giving the pockets. What you chatting about? Well, Silimas, first time chatter, new follower, welcome in. We're talking about a mixed bag of things. Where did you find us from? How do you, or are you brand new, just, you know, scouring Twitch? And I can't get the vibrate when I pick it up. There's a message like my S20 would. There's no reason it shouldn't do it. They remove functions like that all the time, I feel like. Love pad towers. Hey, appreciate that, Dupree's gal. We should eat our phones to make this pad food themed as usual. I see what you did there. Would y'all like to see a picture of the cats from today? I got, and Liana said we should frame this, and I would agree. It's a very good photo of the cats that I snapped. They were sleeping next to each other today. Look at them!
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
How can you hate this photo? Also, who said the thing about Wells not liking cats? Because low-key, I hear you. I hear you. All right, pleased with the cats? Happy to hear it. But yeah, Liana's like, we should frame this photo. And I don't disagree. I like just chatting, just scouring Twitch, the stream title, and you look chill. Ah, thank you so much. The follow requirements per year in stream, so I followed. Silmas, that means a lot. I'm happy you took a shot on us. Welcome in.
Look at us.
Hey. Was the dog guy? Yes.
Look at us.
But I don't think that means you're not a cat person, you know? Get it printed on a canvas? Honestly, I should. Then where should I put it, though? Why can't people be dog and cat guys? That's what I'm saying. You can. I feel like it's like ingrained in people that when you say one, it means you're firmly one and against the other. But I don't necessarily see it that way. I think it's more of a you can prefer one and not the other. Maybe you should paint that pic to go next to the Liana painting. I think I'll butcher that painting. I think. Was is my least liked member of Bachelor Nation. Damn, Hannah. I mean, I don't know much about him. So if you can give me more context, I would appreciate it. Thank you, Silly Mouse. Oh my God. Also,
Look at us.
I'm gonna scroll backwards and say thank you to everybody who subbed real quick, because I realized that this has been a very hectic start to the stream. So Lauren, thank you for the 47 month. Appreciate you. Kalita bringing in Silamas into the Less Than 2 crew. Welcome and enjoy your stay, Silamas. Lana, thank you for the 26 month. Appreciate you. We go over to Corey. I did thank Corey, so I do remember that. Botswas with the 37 month. Thank you so much. OGLG with the 25 months. Thank you so much. Kansas with the 45 months. Thank you so much, Kansas. Eliza with the 14 months. Let's keep them coming. Hell yeah. Because love, thank you for the 18 month. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I think that's everybody that I'm seeing in my notifications here. I don't understand dogs. They just don't often like me. Jinx, we're the same. Dogs don't like me either. And I would like for them to like me, but I don't know how to do it. Already having 1.5 raids and a good amount. So, hey, listen, we're happy. We're happy. Less Than 2 crew, we're living large. 2 cats and a dog. Hey, Liana wants us to get a dog. Liana would like a dog in the mix. So Silamas, I'm a full-time podcaster and streamer. I podcast about reality TV. So Big Brother, Survivor, Traitors right now is a very hot one for me. So this stream, my Friday night streams it's called The Pad. It's Pooya After Dark, after me, of course. And there's a couple of things that go in here. There's a couple of things that go into the mechanics here. One of them is that I have a form. Okay, I have a form. It's a Google form. And it's a place for people to be able to anonymously submit questions. You can ask me anything you want in the chat. This stream is basically a conversation between me and the audience, my community, and anything is up for grabs. But if you'd rather the questions be anonymous, you can put them in the form so that your name's not attached to it. You can ask me for advice. You can ask me about my thoughts on many of things, whatever you want. We have a good time. So yeah. Does Leon have a doggy breed preference? Yes, I think it's a lab. I think we've talked about a chocolate lab before. Maybe. I'm not good with dog breed names and titles. You know what I mean? I have a cat, but I also love dogs. I mostly love big dogs, and I couldn't actually do that to a dog with apartment life. That's exactly why we detabled the dog conversation very quickly, Mandy. Oh yeah, by the way, what was Corey streaming? Did I get an answer and I missed it in the chat? You let me know. I'm cat sitting my grandkitty again, and I'm obsessed. I love the details. So, thank you, Silamas. You'll come to learn. I like to read everything in my chat to the best of my abilities. I used to have a Japanese Shen, and he was the cutest. Get ready for some chewing because labs love to chew. What does that mean? Like furniture? I'm debating what type of food to get on Sunday. Damien, do you have a short list? Maybe I can help you with that. I love Chocolate Lab so much that bring such joy to your life. Hey, Silamas, I'm happy to hear it. He was going through the Traitors cast with Quinn and then Roblox Amazing Race. Gotcha. Wait, him and Quinn were talking about the cast? Oh, spicy. What was Quinn saying about this cast? Because as y'all know, Quinn is playing tomorrow. Big dogs, when they're adults, actually need less room than small, medium dogs. They're lazy and gentle. That's the vibe I've gotten with bigger dogs that I've met who are older. Sorry. Megan, hello, welcome in. Silamas, if it's a more serious question, if I'm being honest, if you don't mind, put it in the form is pinned in the chat. Put it in the form. Sometimes depending on, I have a good tendency of being able to bounce between serious, not serious questions. But if it's too serious, I might skip it. And I will definitely preface and put it out there. So I would say put it in there just to be safe, if that's cool with you. My bird's lap puppy chewed down a small tree. Put it that way. Gotcha. AZ! Thank you, 5 gifted over to Nora, Lexi, Docville, Loris, and Alien. Oh, sorry, Aylin. My bad, Aylin. But welcome in all 5 of you into the Less Than 2 crew. Compliments of AZ. AZ, thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Do you see my message before? Won't be there the first half of Arsenal Hate Watch, but we'll be there halfway hosting the dungeon. Hey, thank you, Taylor. Wait, you messaged today, I'm assuming, in chat then. I missed it earlier. I did. I missed, I think, the first 3 minutes of my messages here because a lot was happening at the same time. Also, much love to DH. If you're still here, DH.
Hey, look at us. Huh? Who would have thought?
You've always got a space here for any comfort you want. I got your back, okay? But also, I understand, if you might not be here at this point in the chat. There we go. Where were we? Let me scroll up. My parents have a lab and a Weimaraner? Is that how you say it, Mandy? Both are cheap, but the lab is the goofy one, and the but the Weimaraner is a lovey boy, except when playing ball, then it's all serious business. Don't want to ruin the vibe. Hey, no vibes ruined, Silmas. You're good. Thanks I appreciate you asking me ahead of time. It is a cool name, though. I mean, listen. Thanks for the sub, says Laura. Hey, Laura, thank you for coming out of lurk mode in the first time chat here to thank the AZ for the gifted sub. But welcome to the community. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Hey, Sunshine, I'm happy to hear that. Quinn wants to work with Leanne, Stephanie Wartenberger, Claire, and Bailey. Weimaraner. Thank you, Hannah.
Not me.
Interesting. I wonder... It's interesting to me to think of traders like that. Of like, I want to work with these like 5 people, because all of that goes out the window if you or one of them is a trader, you know, like things change. I guess if you're a trader, you can still work with whoever you want to work with because you're just trying to, you know, curry favor. I say like, why Moraner? You're like, why Moraner? Why you playing ball too serious? This might sound silly, but I don't know how to act around dogs. I do like them, but I haven't been around them enough. Softy, I feel the same way. I never know. You know? Quinn also basically said that Joseph will probably get him out tomorrow. Oh, we love to hear it. We love to hear. We'd love a little, you know, a good little bit of fun drama. He also knows Tiffany and loves Jake. Love to hear it. Thank you for this little bit of what is the word I'm looking for, chat? The footnotes. I do appreciate it because I don't think I'm gonna have time to watch that stream before tomorrow. Because literally, to give you an insight, I know someone asked about marbles, which I'm definitely forgetting who said that, but I don't know about marbles. It's all gonna come down to how we feel in the next like couple hours, and by we I mean me, because I have to be at my computer by 11 a.m. tomorrow. We got a little bit of a pre-game meeting, pre-traders starting meeting, and then I'm going live on the RHAP Twitch channel at 11:30. Just to, you know, welcome everybody in. And by everybody, I mean you, the lovely audience. Have my coffee. We'll talk a little bit. And then by noon, the game kicks off and I'll be there the entire day. And then after that, I've got some hangout plans. And then at midnight, I've got Traitors UK recording. So boom, 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 boom. A lot going on tomorrow. It's more like why instead of we, but close enough. Gotcha. Quinn also wants to create chaos between Felicia and Bowie. I feel like even if Rachel Loki, I feel like if Quinn doesn't even try, I feel like the chaos will be there. Also, because of the router, I can't connect my lights in the background, and it's bugging the hell out of me. It looks so plain Jane tonight. Donkey Kong coffee. I mean, listen, it's one of my bigger mugs that was available. You know, you almost had it. Okay, I gotta start with the Y. Gotcha. My best friend in high school had a Y Moraner, and he was a big dope. Missed that guy. Been a long time lurker. Well, is it okay? So is it Larissa, or is it Larissa? Larissa time. It's Larissa time. I'm not sure. Feel free to correct me so I know it for the future in case you chat in the future again. But I appreciate the lurkers so much for coming through week in, week out to hang out here to watch. And when I see y'all come out of lurk mode for a little bit, I do appreciate it. It warms my heart. As someone who lurks in other people's streams all the time, I understand how I want you to understand how important that is to me and how much I appreciate that. They want all the podcasters out first. There are no podcasters in the game. What podcasters? Let's hope that any Big Brother beef that crossover into the Traitors is only with RSU production, not Traitors 3. Well, did you watch the first 7 minutes? Repeated responding of Traitors 3, US 3. Rumors Felicia missed the tech check Zoom. Excited for the chaos. Who started this rumor, Gina? Because I could debunk some stuff. Because the difference between this year and last year is that last year, as a player participant, I genuinely didn't know anything that was going on behind the scenes as far as like twists were going. I had helped set up the foundation of the game, as in like, okay, tech-wise, this is how we should do breakfast, this is how we should do this, that, whatever. But I didn't know about the structure. This time around, I'm part of the team. I'm part of the production team. I've helped cast. I did all the graphic stuff was me for the posts on socials. And you know, I'm very much involved this time around. So it's a different excitement. It's a different experience, you know? Man, how do I fix this light? I'm like, I should have looked at this before I went live, but I didn't realize that it would be fucking me up here. I really didn't. Because it's not turning on now. I'll be lurking, but I'll probably be in the Discord. Sounds good, Damien. Take care. Or you're here, but you know what I mean. Take care from the chat. Sounds like chances of marbles tonight are slim to none. I would say I would give it a nice 20 on YouTube 2 or just Twitch. So YouTube is going to be the main channel for watching. So if you watched last year, or if you weren't there live, but you watched the YouTube video from the last one, that's what it's going to look like on YouTube. So the RHAP YouTube channel is going to be kind of the main place. That's where breakfast is. That's where the turret is. That's where the round table is. Those are the three things that you will only get on the YouTube channel. But we have someone in the behind the scenes who will be directing traffic and basically following the action of the multi-stream in that channel. Meaning if you just have YouTube open, you'll get pretty much the gist of what's going on throughout. If you want to take matters into your own hands and pick and choose which stream you want to look at, you're like, oh, actually, I kind of want to exclusively follow Quinn around, or I really want to see what Evie's doing. Then you can go into the multi-stream link and watch yourself, and then just come back into the YouTube channel for the round table, for the turret, for the breakfast. The Twitch is kind of like the tertiary. That's where I will be. I'm literally going to be in silence watching, making some comments, probably laughing a lot, having a good time. If there's anything that needs clarification, if y'all are unsure about a rule or something that's going down, I can help there. And then I believe they will be giving the link and access to the dungeon, is what we're calling it, aka the Twitch channel. They'll be giving the link to the deceased there. So if anyone got banished or murdered, but they want to talk some more, or they want to just hang out and watch along, they can pull up and hang out with me. That's the plan. Why are we spilling Quinn's whole game? Well, Balloon Horses, he spilled his own game on Twitch. It's fair game. But also, I mean, I'm not in the game. I'm just a commentator. I'm a pundit. I'm bummed I'll be late to watch Traitors tomorrow, but I'll be watching as soon as I can, and I'm excited. Generally, the only heads up I'll say is if you don't want to be spoiled on it, as in like the outcome, probably avoid socials until you watch it, is the number one. That's probably the only thing, actually, I would say. But outside of that, it'll still be fun. Please on Twitch, the game's on YouTube. Yes, exactly, Tomster. My mom showed dogs, and I've been them all my life. AZ, can you elaborate what you mean by this? Why Mariner? Reiner? Oh, it's Reiner, not Reiner. Why Mariner? Why Mariner? Why Mariner? Why Mariner? I've never heard of this dog breed before. Enjoying the stream. I'm just playing pinball on the main monitor. Ooh, MF Hood. What kind of pinball? Or is this like the old school Windows pinball? Why Mariner? Got it. The Trader stream will be my work entertainment for the day. Love that, Devi. Now we need one with RGA podcasters, though. Well, that's the thing. Do you get all new podcasters, or do you get like a mix, like those of us that played the last time plus more podcasters that haven't played yet and make a game? That's the question. Maybe someone's going to announce that they're going to start a podcast, then boom, dead. Don't do it in the pod. Don't do it in the middle. Oh, Corey said Steph said Felicia wasn't there. I believe Felicia pulled up after, potentially, because I wasn't there for the tech check, but I was told today that Felicia did go through tech check. So they might have staggered or came in after the fact. You sent me a question? Sounds good. I got the form. Got 7 questions in there. We'll get to them in a little bit here. Does Rob have his 15 outfits prepared? Oh, you just wait, Danny. You just wait. I've been giving suggestions. I'll tell y'all this because you're my lovely community. I sent forward some of your suggestions over to Rob. So potentially, you put Rob's head on Alan's body using MS Paint. I'm impressed. Well, I will say that was the one picture I didn't do, Liv. All the cast graphics, that was me. There's almost 200 people here tonight. And I do appreciate every single one of you that's here tonight. I hope you have fun here with me. If you watch on YouTube, do we need a different window to watch confessionals? Manda, there won't be any confessionals unless someone finds themselves in an empty room. They'll probably do a little confessional. So unlike the RHAP Blood on the Clock Tower that are all done in post with the editing of the confessionals, here it's mostly going to be just be a live game that's happening with little to no confessionals. Although I've always said if I walk into a room and it's empty, I'm going to give confessions to the audience. It's one of my favorite things to do. How do you manage what's going on? What do you mean? What do you mean, Silamas? Trying to find an excuse to tell my eye doctor as to why I need to listen to RHAP tomorrow during our appointment tomorrow. Sorry, to YouTube during our appointment. Jill, just put the headphones in. You should be fine. Lamb diggity dang dog, welcome in. Multi-stream link on Twitch RHAP. So there's the multi-stream link has the 4 Twitch rooms in it. Basically the 4 rooms that the players will bounce around into game. The twitch.tv/RHAP link will have my pretty face on it. Ah, you're too kind, Silamas. You're too kind. Nice green screen and such from Video Pistol earlier. I botched it so bad, but I had to post it. I had to post it. We didn't sign his digital NDA. Who's digital NDA? Oh my God, I'm having a feeling I'm a little bit behind chat. Thank you, Nicole. Appreciate it for the pronunciation thing. I'll be staying on Blue Sky. There we go. You know what's up. What about Vizsla? Vizsla. That's what I have. It's like a cousin of the Weimaraner. Weimaraners are really pretty silver color. I'm learning a lot tonight. Real pinball tables. Ah, gotcha, MF Hood. A mix would be fun, but I'd love to see some of the people that were fake outcasts from the first year too. Yes. Did I tell y'all that the fake outcasts were everybody who was just willing to have their name in circuit? Like they were never playing last year. But they were willing to be part of the fun, to be part of the announcement and the removal. What do you think will be the best way to watch the VOD? I have to miss it tomorrow, unfortunately. Well, Penny Paper, the thing is, tomorrow you'll be able to watch the YouTube channel. That's your best bet to capture everything. If you wanted to, and I don't know if I would recommend this even, but if you wanted to, you could also have the Twitch VOD open where there's commentary. Because the thing is, I can't promote the Twitch VOD, the Twitch channel, outside of if you want my commentary, because I don't know, for all we know, chat, none of the players want to go to the dungeon, right? They're like, all right, I'm gonna go claim my Saturday back, I'm gonna go over to brunch, I'm gonna go do lunch, whatever. They might not pull up, so it might just be me talking to y'all for the entirety. But if that's something you want a little like a mini podcast in between rounds, then check the VOD out as well, the Twitch VOD side by side, I guess. But I think the main YouTube channel is the main thing you need. What's the star headband about? Repeat responding, you might have to clarify to me what that is. Oh, if Rob doesn't have the star headband tomorrow, we riot. I mean, he did get the link. We'll see if he used it. How long do you think it might last? About 4 to 5 hours is my guess. Maximum 6. The dungeon is an amazing idea, and I love the name. So the idea we've been cooking it for a minute. So this idea was happening. The name, credit goes to Sam. He came up with it last night / this morning. So Sam was the one that brought up the dungeon as the name. You can add the RHAP Twitch to the multi-stream though if you want. You can. On your own, absolutely you can do that. You probably can't pick a faith to root for since you can call so many of them friends, but do you have a winner pick? It's hard to call out a winner pick, Nicole, because in order to pick a winner pick, I have to first think about whether or not I think a traitor is going to win or a faithful is going to win. And like, I truly think, for example, and I think Scally and Matt Ligori paid the price for this, I think you cannot predict who's going to win. Because people can go out Willie McNilly in the Traitors. That being said, I'm going to give you 2 names. I'm going to give you Bailey and I'm going to give you Claire. Those are my names. I'm using Traitors for myself to not work this weekend. Jinx, you deserve, after this exhibit stuff that I saw you were talking about, I believe that was you. You deserve it. It's pronounced Vishla. Gotcha. It's Hungarian for pointer. Got you. Vishla. Thank you. I love the addition of Bailey. Me too. Very happy about it. Seems like I had my on my phone, my computer, and on my TV last time. It's a lot, Amy. Like Terran's watch party streams. I would say similar. You're gonna hear me talk a little bit, but I'm gonna try my best not to talk over too much because I'm also following the action, right? So I don't want to like ruin someone's experience. But yeah, we'll have the chat popping. Silamas, no worries, no worries. Can we watch the feeds mode as a VOD later on? You'd have to manually add them probably into a multi-stream of some sort, but I think you could be able to. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Will it Patreon? Well, what Patreon, AZ? All 4 AFC North teams play tomorrow, including your Ravens. Well, good luck to my Ravens. Claire is dangerous, good in these games, 100%. I'm sure the first murdered will probably join you for a bit. I mean, I would hope so. I would imagine so. I wouldn't say hope so. I don't want to hope that for anybody. Maybe we'll see Claire's cats. We love that. Much harder to predict. Bailey's the only one I'm not familiar with, but Claire's a threat for sure. I'm so happy that Bailey is playing because Bailey is, if you don't know, Bailey was on the last season of BB Can. And the last 2 seasons of BB Can have gone largely unnoticed by people because of the no feeds and because it's harder to catch Canadian content. So I'm excited for a lot of you to be introduced to Bailey if you don't already know. Yeah, Kenny, I got you, Kenny. So yeah, Bailey was on last season. Bailey is incredibly outspoken and well-spoken. A combination of both. She's witty. She can be hilarious. She farms good reaction content and good sound bites. And yeah, I would say my summary is outspoken, well-spoken. Combo platter. Who ended up winning your fantasy football league? Mari did. She was in the finals against a team of Brian Cohen and Ali, a combined team, and she beat him. Bailey won her season against the vet, exactly. Who foolishly took her to the end and win. And I think had one of the best final 2 speeches of the franchise, period. Exactly. She was not afraid to go for it at all. So she's going to be gold for the round table. Let me tell you that much. Curious on who on the cast you think is familiar with Bailey's game. I mean, a lot of the Coors whores are still here. Remind me, did Corey watch BB Can 12? That's the question. Quinn didn't watch it. Okay. He kept up. Okay. Corey went to the finale part. There we go. So Corey knows, but Quinn doesn't know. I'm trying to gauge like who I think would know. Yeah, I don't know. But America did? Okay. Do we know who the Traitors are yet? Nope. And you won't know until noon tomorrow. Well, noon-ish, probably a little bit after noon, but... As a Dutch person, this topic, you should have no idea. Silamas, it's going to be very complicated to explain, but the podcast network I work for, we're running our own edition of the TV show called The Traitors. If you look up The Traitors, it's a reality TV show that's got many franchises all across the world, and we're doing our own online version tomorrow. All right, so shall I start answering some of the questions from the forum chat? Is it time to do so? I think so. But obviously, as y'all know, you post in the chat and the forum. I'm going to be looking at both at the same time. Pooya, hypothetical question. You get kidnapped. You need someone to save you. Okay. You have to choose between Omer and Aman to save you. Who are you choosing to rescue you and why? Yo, if those are my only 2 options, I might be gone forever. Here's the problem. I think Aman will bring an intensity and passion to saving me that others might not be able to reach that level of. And I think could he get it done? I think so. The problem with Omer is Omer fooled us quite a bit on season 42, as in he seemed normal and very strategic and very cunning. Could Omer fool my kidnappers and get me back? Maybe. But would Omer get distracted by some stupid shit? Yes. Like if he was meeting up with the kidnappers on like a spy tip and the kidnapper said something like, yeah, and parrots quack. If you don't think Omer would be incapable of letting that go, you know? He'd be like, well, actually, parrots don't quack. The Tibetan parrot will maybe moo a little bit, but that's inaccurate. And then you'll get distracted and then I'll die. So no, I will pick Amon. I'm picking Amon. Okay. And it pains me to say this because I don't think Amon can get it done either. But at the very least, Amon is very confident in himself, even if he's bad. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm winning the draft this year. Fail. But he's confident, and that's what I need. Okay? That's what I need. All right, let me see what y'all said. Omar Amon's crazy too. What a choice. I know that they really want me to not get saved here. Bailey loves this girl by abuse. I think she's learned a lot. Oh, Bailey for sure is going to come in knowing way more about a lot of these people. And in good energy, good spirits too. My first Traitors will be this, and then I think I'll watch the Suri season. Ooh, Jinx. If I could recommend, watch the UK ones first. Or just watch season 1 of UK first. Then maybe go into the Suri one. Can you choose neither? Well, that's your son. Yeah, I guess that's my son, but I don't know. I don't trust my son. Omar because he has some medical training, even if he is a vet. See, that is a good point. Those are logical arguments, Walling. But Omar would leave you for dead. That's the thing I'm more worried about. Omar more calm under pressure. Amon has the loyalty. Omar has the cunning, but also could screw you over. Just have to ask about his favorite. Exactly. See, y'all knew it. Y'all knew exactly, Sam. You knew it as well. Amon might be too timid or passive. Omar would be more cunning, able to save you. Timid or passive for Amon, I think, is accurate. Another good kidnapper question. You've been kidnapped. Your kidnappers allow you to keep tweeting to pretend everything is all right. What would you tweet that would alarm your followers without the kidnappers knowing you're asking for help? I would say that Dwight Moore deserves to be on season 50 more than any other survivor before him and after him. He is a legend, and he is the best thing to have happened to the franchise in 20 years. And then you'll know, damn, that motherfucker is kidnapped. Let's get somebody to help him. Omar would want to save his daddy just to make sure his mother Liana's happy. Plus, he won't let you live it down. Yeah. Why did you do a good impression? Because I've dealt with him for how many years now, chat? That's why. I'm good at when I'm around people, I pick up enough to do an impression. Oh my God, Dwight's in here. Oh God, I was just making a. I didn't know he was in the chat. You're not fucked for tomorrow, Dwight. Why do you think you're fucked for tomorrow? You're doing the thing you did with Mario Party, where it's like, well, the game's over. It doesn't matter who wins. Actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And then you won. So let's not do that, Dwight. Let's not kid ourselves here. And welcome in, my friend. Mom probably could do it, but he definitely would show up late. Oh my God, I didn't think about that. Amon's gonna miss the hostage exchange. Oh my God, I'm going to get taken out because Amon takes a nap. Focus is shifting to the Pooya side instead of your face. Oh my God, wait, what? Why? Okay, I think it's because I'm moving the desk. Let me sit up. Thank you for calling it out, Ichiami. I'm sure that was distracting for you as well. Switch tweeting for twitching or however you post. I mean, listen, blue sky, skeeting, whatever. I get it. I get what you meant. Sometimes you need a less trustworthy long-term ally to ensure your short-term. It's a very good point. I mean, to be honest, I just want to watch. Oh, thank you. What time did Pooya say this is popping off tomorrow? Noon Eastern. Noon EST. Amon could save you, but could you live with him holding that over you for the rest of your life? Yeah, I'd be like, you know what, Amon? Now that you saved me, I will give you permission to win a draft. And then what can he say? He can save me all he wants. He still has to win a draft to be able to talk shit to me. Because I won't let him live that down. Oh my God, yep. And there we go. Dwight just found me. Great. I would just think Dwight want to bet against you. That's fair, Manda. That's fair. But then you'd be like, okay, but this bet would have been public or something, right? Like, where's the VOD? Where's the clip? You did see he was here when you said, nope, I did not. I was catching up with the chat. Amal got himself kidnapped trying to save you. And then, you know what, Aman? Good luck, my friend. Maybe you can hibernate like you tend to do, and maybe your kidnappers will just think you're already dead, then you just hop up and scurry away. Oh, play dead arm? Maybe. I saw him on BB Millionaire. He was so stressed out. Imagine him in an actual crisis. I've seen him in the draft. He can't make a pick. Yeah, no, because love, you called it out. Ishiami did, and I think it's fixed now. If you had gone here, would you eat chocolate or vanilla ice cream? I mean, is that really a life or death situation? Whichever one's closest. I don't mind either. I love both. I love both so much. I would think that you find it the hype track through Twitter. Unless you hear it in a song, I'm not putting word evidence on that. No. But yeah, Aman would hesitate way too much. Ugh, but the thing is, Omer, here's the thing. Omer's gonna get in trouble. Like, the thing is, Aman can be a little maybe nervous or whatever, but the kidnappers are not gonna see him as a threat, or they're not gonna retaliate on him. Omer will say some out-of-pocket shit and make the entire exchange go sour, and then I'm just done. And then I'm just gone. So, yeah. What a question to start the night here. Is Jofo and Hubiki the rules experts in Blood on the Clock Tower and GGD, or GGD? Like, you can't make something up because they'll know you're lying because they read all the rules. I think we have quite a few people, not so much in Goose Goose. I don't think a lot of people are doing that in Goose. I think a lot of people just have learned patterns in Goose Goose, but Blood on the Clock Tower, I would say Jofo, Christian, Liana, Taryn, I think all four of them understand and pick up rules fast enough that if you're making a lie, make sure it's ironclad because they'll figure it out. He's gonna have nightmares tonight about being kidnapped, I can tell. No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It's a good question to debate. You're not wrong. It was a fun, hearty conversation. Christian's so smart. Watching him play Blood on the Clock made my head spin. I believe that. I love Christian's POV because he makes spreadsheets ahead of time to try to figure out all the combos that could explain worlds. I can't handle that, Mandy. Imagine me making spreadsheets for how I figure stuff out. Did they drink water? Yes. Did they make a noise after it? Yes. Did they chat to only 2 people this entire time? Yes. Were you suspect of one of them? Yes. Okay, then they're probably bad. Like, that's not a thing. That's not a way you can figure stuff out. I don't got rules on me. I got gut. Does anyone in the chat have any? This is from the forum. Does anyone in the chat have any suggestions for getting through an MRI as an anxious / claustrophobic person? Have one scheduled in a few weeks, and I'm nervous. I've never had an MRI, chat. If you have, and you have any salient advice for our question asker, please do so. Would you use paint to make your spreadsheet? I mean, at that point, I'm making like more of a flow chart, right? So maybe. I feel dumb when I watch that game, but it is entertaining. I picked up that first script we did, I got very good at, and then we switched scripts and I was lost again. But I think with time, you pick it up quickly, is the feeling I have. Balloon Horses says, take a Xanax, request a wide bore. And then Chrissy says, stroke survivor here. Ativan, Ativan. Naichi says you can get a mild anti-anxiety med from your doctor. Thompson says take drugs. Isham says listen to music or favorite podcast on headphones during the MRI. Can you have headphones in an MRI? Call them and ask them for a one-time RX, says Naichi's. Jinx said talk to the doctor about it, which I think is the number one thing you should do. D8 says have them order a Xanax or Valium. Daisy says close your eyes before they slide you in the MRI machine. Do not open them. Because Love said, I haven't had an MRI with claustrophobia. Speak with your doctor and get a mild dose sedative and have someone to drive you, I'm assuming. Tell the medical profession they usually ask if you have anxiety. Yeah. So it sounds like if you ask them, they will help you. I mean, ask your medical professional, your doctor, they will set it up for you. What did you ask, Mandy? I want to see you play the BMR script more. Which one was the BMR script, Mandy? I didn't realize I was claustrophobic until I had an MRI recently. Damn, Amanda. I feel like I don't think I'm claustrophobic, but also I don't think I've been in as small of a space as an MRI would be. So maybe that's how I find out if I ever had one. Have your doctor prescribe you 1 or 2 anxiety pills that will usually do no problem, and just a small dose can usually work. Oh, there are MRI safe headphones that most facilities are able to offer. Very nice. They will give you headphones. Okay. I did not know that was a thing. MRI advice: ask them if they can play music or take music requests. Go in with a mental game to play. Go through the alphabet listing categories like survivor players, animals, drag queens, etc. Imagine funny scenarios out of the sounds the machine makes, or make beats out of the machine sounds. Bad Moon Rising, the one with Zombul, Puka. Oh, yes, this is. I know this is more social reads. That's more my bag. I was just smoking a ton of weed, but you can't get an MRI high for ass, can you? That's a toughie. I don't know. I didn't think so either. Then I was laying there. I was like, what if something happens and the machine breaks? Oh my God, Amanda. See, that's what I wouldn't want to do, but that's what I would do for sure. All right, next question in the form is, can we have a spoiler-filled chat about Squid Game Season 2? I know some people were disappointed. Okay. But I loved it. Okay. So here's the fun thing. I was asked my thoughts on Squid Game Season 2. Spoiler hand for this. I'm not talking about the show. I'm just going to tell you, because I still think I want to give it another week before we talk Squid Game. So don't worry. No, we're not going to talk spoilers here, okay? But I'm going to tell you my story of how I watched it, without telling you any plot or anything. So, for context, the day it came out, Liana and I had plans to watch the whole thing. We're not doing spoilers, don't worry. We got plans to watch the whole thing, but I also had to post the cast of RHAP Traitors 2, and I had just come back from vacation, so I had to get all the graphics going. So I had that going on while we were watching Squid Game, and I kind of finished the season being like, meh, like underwhelmed, okay? But then I quickly realized I don't remember much that happened. And it was because I was distracted with doing my job, doing the trader stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch it again later. And so the last couple of nights, I started from episode 1 of season 1. I went back to season 1 and watched them back to back. And I thought it was great. I thought it was so good. So there we go. That's as far as this conversation is going to go. I think it's good. And I've watched it twice. And my first time, I didn't feel like it was. But also I wasn't paying enough attention, I think. So there we go. All right. Next question. Eugene said there's enough controversy around the cast that I'm not willing to watch. Oh my God, Ginge, really? Do you watch with subs or dubs? Subs always. I could have watched with dubs because I'm distracted, but I didn't want to. In regards to RHB Traitors tomorrow, ... are you done? Yes. There is no 16th player. Bailey was and is our final player to be added to the Traitors cast. There is no 16th player that y'all should be anticipating or waiting for. So there we go. That's it. That's that. And then let's see. How many were there last year? 16. Yes. Also, if you watch with subs and make sure they're English, not English CC, because they're different and English is the accurate one. Yes, you went for the English. So I agree with you there, Amanda. I'm thinking I may wait and watch season 2 with season 3. That's not a bad shout. There's going to be a 3. A 3 is confirmed. It has been confirmed. It's the final season and they've already filmed it. So it's coming this year. I don't know the exact date or when. Where can I find the trader list? And Hira, go to the RHAP Twitter or Blue Sky accounts and it should be there. Thank you, Tomster. It's my fidget toy right now. Did Numbers do the creepy AI mouse with the English dub? I don't know. I did not watch it on English. I'm not sure. Okay, say June. June is not a bad spot for it. I would be very content with a June drop for the third season. All right. Oh, you saw it in June. Thank you, Mandy. Appreciate the link for End Hero. End Hero's in the chat now. Oh, they leaked the June release date. Well, thank you for the extra context there. Watching dub just takes away from the actors' performances. It's not authentic. It's not authentic. And they put so much, like, the emotions that actors go through in shows like this, it gets lost. It really does. An anonymous question asker said, "Hi, Pooya, if okay, I'd like to get some marital advice from you in chat. My spouse and I have been having issues for a while, mainly communication issues. Standard, I would say. We tried couples counseling, that helped some, but problems returned when we stopped. They won't talk about any issues with me now, past or present, and they refuse to try counseling again. I think they've completely checked out, and I just don't know what to do. Any thoughts are appreciated." Well, first of all, question asker, I hope you're feeling okay. Here's what I will say, and I'm going to strictly speak on my experience and say that ultimately the advice I give you is unique to me and not so much a guaranteed solution. And I am by no means a professional that can help in this capacity. That all being said, and this is me being very candid with y'all, communication issues, I think, is one of the I think it's the guaranteed issue that people will have in their marriages, relationships, because it's something that can happen from the smallest things. It's something that can happen with the bigger thing. Clashing communication styles is also a big one. And I think I've used some of the examples of what I mean by clashing before. For example, in the event of a tough conversation or incident with me and Liana, like let's say we get into an argument. My communication style is I want to patch things up immediately and solve it ASAP, because I want to make sure she's okay, and if she's okay, I'm okay. But that's not how Liana operates. Liana needs time, right? She needs her space. She needs to reconvene, come back later. And initially, this was a huge problem in our relationship because I would try and fix it right then and there. It would cause her more anxiety. That would make things way worse as a result, until eventually she'd just have to walk away because she needed the time. So we definitely went through, we did couples counseling for a little bit as well. We learned a little bit more about why we're wired the way we are. We didn't end up sticking with it for all that. Like, we didn't go a long time with it, but both of us do therapy individually as well. And I think that's really helped with understanding how each other operates and communicating with each other, giving each other the space when is needed, or expressing what our wants and needs are when needed. One of the things that we've been doing more and more of that helps greatly is expressing what your wants are or what you need in your partner in any given moment. Because there's nothing wrong with asking. Because, the whole adage about making assumptions, it makes an ass out of you and me. But also, you can't necessarily read everything. And I think that's the thing that people may not recognize in relationships is, like, the way TV would want you to be is you anticipate every need and want of your partner. The reality is you're not going to be able to. The reality is, as humans, we're capable of hiding how we feel sometimes, or we're capable of, really needing or wanting something, but putting it aside for somebody else's wants and needs. And sometimes you just got to come out and ask, especially if it's something you need, and then you can work on it together. And it's helped so much. So, for example, if I was in your shoes, I think I'm the overthinker in the relationship, where my mind goes to the worst case scenario, and then I psych myself out, and then I make things worse in my head than they might actually be, causing myself way more anxiety. So, as I said in the beginning, I'm no professional. What I would say is you go to your partner, maybe like in a day, 2 days, whatever, and you express, hey, I understand maybe you don't want to talk about stuff and like it's tough. But I will say my mind has been spinning the last couple of days. I just want to make sure we're in a good place. I want to listen. I want to fix. That's what matters to me more than anything else. It's kind of the place direction I would go. And I think this is important as well. And I'm not saying I'm assuming this is what's happening here at all, but it's just front of mind since we're talking about stuff like this. The blame game is something that needs to never happen in these kind of conversations. The way we talk about it in analogies is that initially when an argument happens, it feels like both people have their swords drawn, right? Then it becomes a little bit more blame gamey, and instead of the swords, it's the shields. You're holding the shield up because you're protecting yourself from hurt. You're protecting yourself from, oh, you think I did this? I didn't do this. That's not fair. Blah, 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 back and forth, back and forth. Solution happens when you've put the swords down and the shields down, and you're just having a conversation. And I think that's the thing that has really helped me understand things. And I think Liana, to a degree, also understands some things. So, again, different things work for different people. We're not all the same. We're very, there's 8 billion people in the world. We are all very much unique and individual in our own ways and wired differently. But also important to note, the way I handle things and the way Liana handles things, neither is wrong. They're just different fits for different people. So, yes. I'm going to take a sip of this coffee now. Shondell says that's a bummer. As someone newly going through a divorce for very similar reasons, I truly hope the best for the question asker. Shondell, I hope the best for you as well, my friend. I'm like Liana in that aspect. I need time to process a lot before I can communicate effectively. If you ask for an answer right away, and you may not get a correct one. And that's the thing that I learned that I didn't know before, that people would be wired that way, Jill. My parents always find, oh man, Mikey. Listen, Mikey, let me be honest with you. I've been there. You are hearing Dangerous Woman. Oh, okay, man. Okay. I'm assuming the music level is appropriate then, that you can hear the music. That's good. I like this analogy. Thank you, Mandy. Appreciate that. Thank you, Manda. Thank you, Autumn. Thank you both. Get the lesson 2s in chat as requested by Lori. All right, next question. I'm not sure I understand that question. Can you spill if anyone you asked said no outright or were supposed to be on the cast but couldn't do it? I feel like that's unfair to the people who declined to be on for one reason or another. That, and also low-key, if someone said no, more often than not, it's going to be a time thing. And I would like to think that we can get some of those people in the future. So I'm not going to reveal any of those. I will, however, leave it at that. Understand, chat, that while I would love to share with you, I think the reality is it's better to not put anyone's name out there who may have declined. Because again, we could get them in the future, or even they don't want to be, they don't want to do it. So I feel like putting the pressure on them like this might not be fair. So you can know this. This wasn't a 1-for-1. Everyone that was asked said yes. Fair to say? Fair to say. All right, another advice question. Big on the advice tonight, chat. Do you or chat have any advice on how to gently set boundaries? My friend means well and is very sweet, but sometimes I need space. Oh my God, we just talked about something similar. She has a lot of trauma and I don't know how to set my own boundaries without triggering her fears of abandonment or her need to people please. She's often worried that people are mad at her, and I fear that if I set boundaries, she'll think I'm angry when I'm not. She's very kind and I don't want to lose a friendship over this. Okay. Again, prefaced by what I said earlier. I'm no professional. and I'm only going to give you advice based on my experiences. I have experienced this before. I've experienced this on both sides. As in, I've been the person with the need to people please. And I've also been in the situation where the friend is very much has fears of abandonment and attachment and stuff like that. And I think what I've learned in both instances is that the best thing you can do is just be honest. And I think you can start a conversation by heavily prefacing, being like, hey, I just want you to know nothing is changing. I care about you the exact same way. You know, you hit them with a preface of like the reassurance in the beginning so that whatever you say cannot get misconstrued and cannot get misunderstood. That way they know, like, okay, okay, oh shit, this sounds serious. Oh, but you're saying it's cool. Okay. And then you say, listen, I love you. You're a really good friend to me. You're always there for me. I just need some space at the moment. And it's got nothing to do with you. It's got everything to do with me. I'm in a place right now where I just need some space on my own to figure some stuff out. We're all chill. We're all Gucci. That's kind of where I would come from. I wouldn't use the word Gucci either for the record, but you know what I mean. Shondell, thanks, Pooya. He asked me with the doors, and honestly, it's why I haven't been around here lately. I've been moving for a few months, and I'm finally settled. I'm divorced for the best. I'm looking forward to the future. Well, Shondell, first of all, thank you so much for feeling comfortable enough to share that. Second, I'm happy you're back here with us. I'm happy you've settled, and I look forward, or no, I wish you luck in this brand new chapter you're embarking on, and I look forward to hearing all about it as you hang out with us here in the future. But honestly, I know that's one of the hardest things, you know, to start fresh or start anew. And while it can be scary, it also can be very good. And I'm happy to hear that you feel like it was for the best. And hey, all to a good future, Shondell. Look up positive statements. Positive I statements, which put your statements as how you feel and won't accidentally word things in a way the person takes you as accusing them. Ooh, I love this, man. Actually, I feel like we've talked about this in therapy before. Positive I statements. So Amanda says, look up positive I statements, and that is a good way to word things so the person doesn't take you as accusing them. I like that. Being on your own isn't always a bad thing. You get to do everything you want to do. Exactly. That's very true, Mandy. It's very true. Also called iMessages. That is not the same. I feel like I wouldn't recommend saying iMessages because that could come off like you're talking about iPhone messaging. I learned from therapy. There we go. Hey, I love Shoes Thinking with a Lurk. Appreciate you. And also, Bob, I saw you with the less than twos. Welcome in, Bob. Sorry for the cough, Chad. Didn't mean to. I'm being cognizant of my own throat, though. As in, while I am feeling better, I need to not overexert myself because I know it's a busy day tomorrow. Who was behind picking the cast photo for Brando? That was funny. Okay, let me tell you a little thing. So we told all the participants to feel free to send a photo that they would like us to use for the promos. Okay? That's what they said. That's what we said. If you have a specific photo you want us to use, send it to us and we will use it. Okay? So not everybody sent a photo. So I had to take liberties and pick some photos myself. However, Brando was not one of those people. Brando sent a photo. The problem is that Brando's photo was horrible quality and it looked bad. Okay? It looked very bad. So I was like, I'm not going to use this. And I know exactly which photo I am going to use. I already used this photo for his Goose Goose photo. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and use that. He tweeted that he sent 3. Let me tell you, if he sent 3, I was sent 1 to use. And actually, if he sent it with the thought that it was going to get used, I can show you which photo he sent, you know? And I wouldn't feel like I'm revealing private information, if that makes sense. So let me pull it up for you. Actually, it's going to be here, isn't it? No, it's in here. So the picture Brando sent was this one. Okay? So obviously, immediately you can tell he's in the corner of this photo. I need to remove the background and keep him. And then when you zoomed it in, it looked grainy. I mean, honestly, it looks a lot better when I'm holding it like this. But it looks like a photo someone took of a newspaper photo, if that makes sense. And I was like, listen, I know what the people want. They want the tortured poet photo. I'm gonna give him that. So I did that. But no, some of the other players did send their own photos, and everyone else who sent a photo, I made sure to use that photo. And then with the other ones, I went through their stuff and picked photos that I thought could fit well. So I'm shocked you let Dwight off so easy. He put a photo in. And plus, if I could make the photo good enough for the post, I did it. I ran with it. So like Dwight's photo, I was like, bruh, like, was he holding bags or something in it? And I was like, listen, I can make this work. So the Joseph one, Joseph did not send a photo. That was a Pooya search and find for the Joseph photo. Let me tell you who sent a photo. Claire sent a photo. Jake sent a photo. Tiffany photo. Did Leanne send? No, Leanne I pulled a photo for. QT sent a photo. Dwight sent a photo. Stephanie Wurtenberger sent a photo. And then did Bowie send a photo? Bowie sent a photo. Evie sent a photo. Jelinski sent a photo. And that's everyone who sent a photo. Everyone else, I went through and picked up a photo if I could. Can I pull up the graphic? Sure. I'm going to have to pull up the tweets. Or the post rather. Because I don't think the one with all of them has the ones we picked out. It has other ones. So let me just pull it up for y'all. Give me 2 seconds here. All right, I gotta reset this, I guess. All right, there we go. All right, is this size good, chat? Is this size good? That looks like his photo when the 45 cast got leaked. Okay, that makes sense. The photos in the frames, that was so fun. I'm happy you enjoyed that. To be clear, I didn't make the frames or all I did, chat, this was my job. I found the photos, I put the photos in the frame, and then I added their name. That was me. The graphic itself, the other parts, that was our graphic designer behind the scenes. So yeah, we had Claire. Then we had Jake, which I love that Jake's photo worked well because if you can tell his elbow is out of the frame and that felt like a very real portrait. Tiffany's was a hard one because this is a selfie from a car that I wanted to remove the car seat from, which I was able to. Then there was Trey, who, good photo, but Trey not on the cast. Leanne on the cast. Joseph, I did find one of him sitting, and I was like, I want to make him sit in the frame. I think that'll work. And it did. Then there's tortured Brando, who's going to torture us tomorrow. QT, who, great photo sent for the frame motif. I did see that Jade Jandarian got engaged, Jill. Yes, I did. I actually forgot to tell Liana about that. Then you've got Girth Man, Dwight himself. You got Stephanie Wurtenberger. And then you got Bowie Jane. Jelinski, Evie, who I was like, Evie sent a baller photo. You got Quinn. Honestly, I also, one of the things I wanted to do, I didn't want to grab their like default cast photo for any of them. And going through trying to find a Quinn photo that was like facing the camera, a lot more challenging than you'd think. But then I found this one. I was like, hey, this looks like a unique outfit. We'll take it. And then Felicia. And then I thought the Evie one ended up fitting. Sorry, the Bailey one ended up fitting perfectly. The photo that I found to use. Again, coming out of the frame a little bit. The table matches the frame. I thought it was perfect. We love Evie around here, yes. But yeah, there's all the photos. I had fun with them. I have fun doing stuff like this, so I was very much happy to take on the project. And also clapping back to people who were being annoying. I did an interview with Bailey during BB26. So excited to see her. Hey, love that, Tomster. Yes, same. Doing so about the coverage area. Well, thank you, because love. And the Traitors coverage begins very soon because Traitors UK Season 3 has begun already. I'm doing the recap of that tomorrow night. Then doing the Traitors RHAP stuff tomorrow. Then Traitors US begins next week. So interesting who had the most likes. I believe, did it end up being Stephanie or Felicia? It was Stephanie, followed by Felicia. Yes. All right. Next question in the form. I think there's still a question in the form. Yes. 41. As a Canadian, what's your go-to Tim's order? Okay. A French vanilla and a chocolate dip donut. I'm a simple guy. Or a regular large coffee with skim milk and sweet and low. It doesn't have to be a French vanilla every time, because that shit can be very too sweet almost. But it's one of those two hot drinks and a chocolate dip donut. That was my Tim's order always. Is Dwight bulking up for season 50? Shondell, I'll say this. I don't think it's to do with season 50 at all. Dwight's been putting in the work before season 50 even got announced as a thing. Like, I think he's on his own little personal journey. I think it's great that 50 is, you know, on the heels and he's been putting in the work. Could help. But no, I can tell you this. He's been putting in the work before that, before it was even announced. But I will say though, it's hard not to see how you got there, if that makes sense. What is Tim's? Tim Hortons. I did watch the sneak peek for US 3. Yes. Tim Hortons donuts. Yes. Yes. All right, next question. What should I get at Taco Bell tomorrow before RHAP Traitors 2? Chat, feel free to chime in on this one. It's a food question. I mean, personally, I would go with the Crunchwrap Supreme and maybe a gordita, a cheesy gordita crunch, maybe, and like a Doritos Locos Tacos. But a Crunchwrap Supreme is the number one item. New $7 box promotion, says Daisy. I'll be at my aunt's when it starts. I'm having pasta. Okay. Someone say Taco Bell. They did. Russ, it's time to come out of lurk mode, my friend. If you're in here, I want to try the Taco Bell nuggets. They got nuggets now? Same order here, Sunshine. Same page, Sunshine. But yeah, I never know what to get at Taco Bell. I end up getting like a whole hodgepodge of stuff because I'm like, I know I'm getting the Crunchwrap no matter what, right? Everything else comes from indecision. So I'll get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because I'm like, okay, well, I'll get something in here that I'm going to be like, yeah, that hit the spot. Tom hates Taco Bell and he likes the Steelers. right. The Cantina chicken menu hits. I've never seen that either. All right, there you go. You've got some from the chat, suggestion from the chat for you. Cinnamon twists, if you're trying to get a little desserty up in here. The cheese quesadilla is underrated. The jalapeno cream sauce makes it slap. I've never heard of this jalapeno sauce. Tell me more. Nacho fries and a Mexamalt, but it's cheaper to order a cheese roll up, add beef and pico. Just FYI, giving us food hacks too. Taco Bell is not really a Mexican food. That's very true. I had Chili's tonight. I'll be having my leftovers for Traitors RHAP. Love that. Lori, what did you send? Let me look at this over here. Oh, the crispy chicken nuggets. That actually looks great. We tried the fries from Taco Bell. I liked them. I wasn't mad at it. All right, next question. Was this season of Traitors RHAP always planned to be all reality stars, or was it a point where it was supposed to include podcasters like last time? It was, the number one thing was all new cast. I think the main topic was all new cast, no returnees. So anyone that played last time, not playing this time. And then after that, I feel like it was just let's ask and see who we can get. And that's where we are now. Coffee, it's tomorrow at noon Eastern. So noon Eastern, 9 a.m. West Coast. And then insert time converter here for any other time zones you're looking for. Have you heard that Tucson, Arizona drops a Taco Bell taco for New Year's? What does that mean, Jill? They drop a Taco Bell taco. Like that's kind of like they're like dropping the ball for New Year. They drop a Taco Bell taco like onto the ground? Really? In covering pop cultural trends and sensations in the past few years, what do you feel are the biggest shifts and changes? I think one of the bigger changes, first of all, wild question. Very well put. But what I will say is, I think one of the big changes I've noticed is internet language has become more mainstream. I think Twitch jargon has leaked into the pop culture, leaked into Maine, being covered on the news, stuff like that, I think is huge. That I've noticed a change and a trend in. The merging of the acceptance of internet fame into mainstream fame is another one. And what I mean by that, for example, is, again, going back to Twitch streamers, big Twitch streamers, kind of being in the Hollywood space a little bit, hanging out with Hollywood people, and vice versa. Hollywood reaching out to the streamers to try and get publicity for their show, their movie, their like promo on stream stuff. I feel like that's huge. We've seen more of that now. So I think that's a big one, because for a long time, YouTubers were just like, oh, you're YouTube famous. You were not famous for being a YouTuber. It's different now. You can definitely shatter that ceiling and go there. And I think like Kai Cenat is the biggest one, biggest sign of that. But yeah, I think that's the biggest change I've seen. I saw Sim Streamer get a mattress sponsorship this week, like a nice mattress too. There we go. We love that. We love that. But it's becoming more like, I think big media is understanding more and more that Twitch, YouTube, these are not like, these are to be taken seriously. So many people consume YouTube, so many people consume Twitch, that this is a place where you can promote stuff and it can get eyes on it. What Twitch lingo do you see as having crossed over? None that I use on a regular. Actually, Riz is the big one. I mean, we don't really use it in our circles, but Riz was literally from Twitch over to mainstream. But yeah, the Costco guys we talked about the other week, they come from the internet. The fucking Rizzler was like, wasn't he at the goddamn New Year's Rockin' Eve thing? He's done all the talk show circuits. This like 8-year-old. The Poggers did not really make it to the mainstream loan. Also, hella outdated. Next question. How many steps do you walk per day, or what is your goal? I used to have a 10,000 like goal, but that was also when I was working 8-hour shifts standing. I would hit that 10,000 easy. Now, I don't have a goal. I think, and I don't wear my Fitbit anymore, which honestly I probably should. I think I average about 5,000 a day. So, without spoiling, Jill, I did message Rob this. I said, I cannot believe that before the year ended, y'all had me actively rooting for the Rizzler. Couldn't believe it. It's possible, Lone. What was the context that you were pogging about? I say pog all the time. Everyone's so confused. They don't get it. They don't get it, Tomster. But that's for us, you know? That's for us only. You can look at your steps app on the health app on your phone. That's if you've got it turned on. I don't know if I have it on. Hold on. I'm about to shatter my own world. Health. I don't... Yeah, see, I'm not signed in. I'm not signed into Samsung Health. So... I was back at the school I work at today for the first time since before Christmas, and I closed all my rings so early in the day. It happens quick, Cab Dash. Did you give Rob our Traitors outfit suggestions? I did. He got a list. I'm sad for Rob. Last Jets game is Sunday. Maybe it's for the best. Maybe he needs the year off for a little bit, you know? The past 7 days, I'm averaging around 7K. That's good, I think, 7K. Especially in the winter, like Jenna Lee just said. Walking in the cold is brutal. Brutal. Who's your win pick for Traitors US 3? Like I said earlier, Traitors US 3. Again, same answer for Traitors or RHAP Traitors is that I feel like it's hard to make a winner pick because of the fact that it's dynamics, but then also, do I think the Traitors are going to win it, or do I think the Faithfuls are going to win it? But to give you 3 names that I will be looking at, I think you never bet against a Jeremy. I think Jeremy just has a good personality and good head on his shoulders, good strat to play these games. So Jeremy's on my list. I would go ahead and throw... I need to look at the cast. I like paused there. Or like blanked. Sorry, not paused. Traitors US 3. Oh yeah, so give me Jeremy, give me Danielle Reyes and Brittany for like the Paramount folks, CBS folks. And then on the other side of things, to spice it up a little bit, give me Bob the Drag Queen. That's my 4. But yeah, who the Traitors are going to be is going to make all the difference. I agree. So if you ask me again next week, I'll have a clear answer maybe, or prediction rather. Favorite Lego set? Bracket, I see the hoodie. I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud. I do not own any Lego sets. I did buy this hoodie at Legoland when I went with Liana and her family. But I'm not a Lego guy. Not that I hate Legos or anything. I'm just not a Lego guy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I want to see Bob do really well. I agree. Big time. Caught. Low key, I don't think I've hit it. But I think it is fun to see people think I'm a Lego enthusiast. Have you ever walked in a thunderstorm? Snowstorm. Had one this afternoon. The snow was in the shape of small styrofoam pellets. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is a lot, Jill. I've not walked in snow in a minute, really. But, you know, I've been involved with the snow quite a bit. I miss it a little bit. Lego is just really expensive. Yeah, it's very true. I have an Animal Crossing Lego set, but I haven't opened it. What, you saving it for a special occasion, Jesse? What's going on? What reality show do you want to see Rob on? The Traitors. I think that's a very easy answer for me. The Traitors is low stakes for Rob. Given that a lot of the cast members of The Traitors have been able to just podcast while their season's airing, is perfect, because then he doesn't have to take a break from podcasting anything. It's like, what, 2 or 3 weeks, then he's back home doing stuff. I think it's easy. I think I want to see Rob do The Traitors. Now, I know this is coming on the heels of Rob being asked why he doesn't do Dondi by the host of Dondi. I need to watch Dondi this season to see if I would rather Rob be on Dondi over The Traitors. But right now, my answer will remain The Traitors. So, yeah. So, yeah. Why not both? I mean, if you can do both, hell yeah. But I was asked to pick one. So that would be my choice. He should just do Big Brother? Absolutely not. He should not. Red Wings? Absolutely not. I would not wish Big Brother on anybody. Unless they really want to be on the show. Then I'm like, I hope you get what you want. But personally, I will never advocate for anyone to go on Big Brother, I think. We came up with the plan yesterday. Dondi season 3 and then Traitors season 5. Why not Traitors season 4 then Dondi season 4? Also going to the castle seems like it would be super cool. Exactly. And he can just sleep in a nice hotel room, like chill, be well fed. I think that's a bit of Rob. Been out of the stream, no lately. Traitors UK coverage update. Co-host, I assume, was waiting to cover the first week all at once. So you did assume correctly. I'll be covering all 3 episodes in per week in one podcast. My co-host is Annabelle from Traitors AU Season 2. She'll be joining me again. She was great. We covered Season 2 of UK together last year. We had a good time. So we're doing that again. And I'm recording our first episode tomorrow night at midnight. And haven't decided if we're doing video yet. But we're doing audio for sure. And then, yeah, that'll be live hopefully as soon as you wake up Sunday. Because the host of the damn show asked him about Dondi, easier to get in the door there. I mean, if we can facilitate Rob going there ASAP, I'm fine with this. I don't want him on 50 Man Anxiety, couldn't handle it. Here's the thing for me. If Rob gets on 50 and doesn't make it to at least jury, I would feel like sad. Especially knowing that the last time he was on, he was like the 3rd boot or whatever. Like, I would want for him to make it further. Otherwise, I would feel sad for him. And like Sam said, the anxiety would be real. Because I would want him to do well. So I'd rather he go on a show where he can just kind of like be chill. He was 3rd voted out, but 4th boot. There we go. Well, while that is true, and I did forget about that, it still makes me sad. I think there's 0 chance he does Survivor, just too much time anyway. That, and like the other thing too, is obviously I've thought about stuff like this, but I would assume he can't then cover Survivor at all, right? Because for that season, if he was on a season, I just don't know how that world looks like for Rob, you know? Like, I know Steven did Second Chances, and Josh Wigler came over and co-hosted with Rob for that season, but we've never had Survivor coverage without Rob on it. And here's the thing. Obviously, we have a huge team of podcasters that could, you know, help try and fill the big shoes Rob would leave behind. But would Rob want to not be able to cover a season? That's the question. I'm assuming since Asia couldn't do anything, like Asia didn't say anything about Survivor. Asia didn't talk a lick of Survivor. It was every podcast Asia did was other shows. But yeah. That's the thing, is that I don't think Rob would end up spilling any beans if he was to cover it. Like, I think he'd be a professional, but I also understand why the show wouldn't want him to do that. I still don't understand why Traitors lets these cast members talk about their season outside of sanctioned exits and like on podcasts. Because I remember last year a lot of people being like, oh, I kind of know what's going to happen now because of this podcast. I was like, I'm not listening to any of these. None of them. And none of them. But yeah. The same with Taryn. I love seeing play BB more than anyone, but I can't imagine BB seeing without his updates anymore. I think that is a huge part for a lot of people. I also just, and I say this with all the care in the world, I don't think I want the illusion shattered. Because I personally would worry for Taryn doing well on Big Brother. I would. And I feel like one of the things I've noticed with some players who you do these shows and you hear how big a fan they are, then they go and it doesn't pan out the way they were hoping, and then they fall out of love with the show. And I would hate for someone to fall out of the show they love, and that impacting their enjoyment of it. I think Taryn loves Big Brother, right? So I'm like, just keep on the Big Brother track, man. Just do you. Do you? I think Taryn on jet lag is extremely gettable, it feels like. I want David Bloomer to go on Survivor, prove the rules work. If you want David's rules to be proven right, have someone else go on the show to do them. Jinx. If Taryn does a podcast about Big Brother, then he needs to be working for them. I like that compromise. Robin Taryn for Amazing Race. If you want maximum enjoyment, the RHAP duo I would send to the Amazing Race includes Chappelle. And who would I put next to Chappelle? For a while there, I was like Chappelle and Jacob, but then that would just be a one episode arc. I don't think they would gel well together to make it far at all. So I want someone else who would gel well for the thing. Sasha would do really well, actually. But that's like if you said you want a RHB pair to win, you put Sasha in it. But I want chaos. And I think Sasha and Chappelle, while they do, talk shit to each other, they're good friends. And I think they can work together really well. So I'm looking for someone to butt heads with Chappelle a little bit. More so. AJ's a good choice. Chappelle and Jenny are good chaos. Okay, so maybe I should clarify the chaos. Because while they can be chaos, I want Chappelle frustrated. Jenny's not going to frustrate Chappelle. I don't think so. Because a frustrated... Chappelle and Shannon. Done. Thank you, Angel. That's the one. Chappelle and Shannon. I don't know how I missed it. It was right in front of us all the time. Reese reminded me of the Newlywed Game and Sasha and Chappelle were a good duo. I think spoiler alert, they won. Didn't they? Or they came very close to if they didn't. Jenny and Phil, Jenniferless would be a good time. I agree. Mike Bloom is a great teammate as well. Wow, Sam. Relax. Let the man have his marriage. I don't remember who won. I have the VOD somewhere. I can go check. But then I'd spoil it. Why would I do that right now? Who would you put with Bloom? Am I going for win or chaos? If I'm going chaos, honestly, there's a lot of people you could put in with Bloom. But off the top of my head, I would put Bloom and Rob together. After listening to that end of year Brant Steele, that would be great. There was literally a moment in the in the Brand Steel where Rob goes, Mike, that was a lot, and it was my favorite part of the pod. Exactly. We all won, Mandy. That's a good way to look at it. But for Liana's job, the two of you would be great. I think we would be great. Liana thinks we would not be. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, it could go either way. Because I think the other way it could go is Liana gets very frustrated with me. But I think we'd be a good team. Bloom and Liana would be a good duo as well. Although I think Liana would get frustrated with Bloom as well. I think there's a lot of people that she would get frustrated with, potentially. But Liana's a professional. You'll never know she's frustrated. I would know, you won't. Liana and Mary would be a good pair. Was that comment for the interpretive dance? Which comment? No, Red Wings. It was about the Dune popcorn bucket. If you know, you know. She needs her passenger princess. She does, Jinx. The problem is that she would need me to do navigation, and she would get very mad if I fuck up the map reading, which I very well could. But yeah, Liana and Mary is a good, both entertaining, and they'd kill it. Genuinely. Genuinely. If you wanted a top pick for one episode, very fun but chaotic and will lose, AJ and Jacob Jones together is that group, by the way. All RHAP Amazing Race. Now that would be fun. I'd be here for that. I would be very here for that. That would be great. Final call on the forum chat before I shut it down for the night. It's true. Lone is not wrong. Who would be good with Beth? I would love to see her on. Ooh, Beth is great vibes and gets along with quite a few people. I feel like Beth and Chappelle actually gel quite well together. Beth and Scally gel quite well together. Obviously, Beth and Amon would be a great fun duo. Beth and Liana would be a good duo as well. There's quite a few options there. What if during one of the live show weeks y'all did one? Well, the thing is, Tom Sir, while that is a good idea, it would require a lot more time than just like half a day. Oh, Mikey, I assumed that's what you meant, but, you know. I feel like Beth would be a great duo with anyone. That's what I'm saying. Beth could easily gel with anybody. All right. So while the last call is going on for the question chat, I should say, I think I'm going to log off now. Well, after these questions, I'm like close to wrapping up. Twofold. Number one, I do need to be awake in about 10 or so hours, and I slept about 4 hours last night, so I need my catch up. That's one. Two, I'm noticing my throat starting to get scratchy, and my congestion is a little bit acting up, and that's not a good sign for tomorrow, so I need to rest up both the vocal cords and the nose, the nostrils. And you know what? We'll get a cheeky 10 next week for marbles. How about that? What date is it next week? The 11th? Yep. Cheeky 10 next week. How about that? How about that? Jacob and Taryn will be a very fun duo. I agree. Except for the dungeon tomorrow, you're going to wear the Traitors cloak. So I pulled the cloak out of retirement for the promo video today, if y'all saw that. Which actually, we looked at the cast. I should have showed you the promo video I did. Because I'm quite proud of it, to be honest. That was a one take, Jake. I took one take for that, so I'm very proud of that part. But I'll show you this. It's what you need to know for the Traitors RHAP tomorrow. Welcome in, RHAP. What's up? Oh, you thought it would be Rob, right? You thought Rob would be here? Or Rob's actually in the middle of dress rehearsal right now, so he can't quite make it. But don't worry, he's going to be your host tomorrow. So all things good, blessed, we're going to be good. I just figured let me pull up and let you know exactly what you need to know for tomorrow. So obviously, kickoff is at noon. That's when the game will begin. There are 3 links you're going to need for tomorrow, okay? Number 1 is the main link. That's where you can watch the breakfast, the roundtables, the Traitors turret, all that good stuff is robisawebsite.com/YouTube. That's the main place you want to be. If you can pick one link to watch tomorrow, that's the one I recommend. Now, however, there's some other stuff going on. If you're looking to watch the show for yourself, because the main link, we have someone dedicated to make sure they follow all the action. But in case you want to take matters into your own hands, your little live feed instincts kick in, and you want to get your own coverage going, we got you. robisawebsite.com/watch Traitors, Traitors, gets you access to the multi-stream with all 4 rooms. Get to decide where you want to go, who you want to watch, what you're trying to keep an eye on. Boom, boom, sorted. There's a third link though. That's where I come in, okay? Welcome to the dungeon. So what's going to be the dungeon is going to be, I'm going to be live on Twitch from about 11:30, so even a little earlier before we kick off. Twitch.tv/RHAP, the RHAP Twitch channel. I will be live there, and we will be doing some run-on commentary as things are going on. I'll explain any rules that you may not know about, and this is the dungeon we send the deceased. If they got banished or murdered, they have an invitation to come to the dungeon, talk to me a little bit. Let's get a little download, what went on, how you felt, and all that good stuff. So if you want me to be your companion throughout, that's where you can find me. So robisawebsite.com/YouTube for the main, robisawebsite.com/watch Traitors for the feeds, twitch.tv/RHAP for me, okay? Good luck, everybody. Let's have fun. Boom. One take. I did fuck up the green screening a little bit because my lighting in here wasn't ideal, but I fixed most of it in post. The problem is some of my beard became transparent, which is fine. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to do. So yeah. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow. So to answer your question, Mandy, am I going to wear the cloak the whole time? It depends on how cold it is tomorrow, because the cloak can be kind of warm. So if it's cold out, kind of perfect. But yeah, we'll see. I might start off with it and then see where we go from there. I love how you call it feeds. Manda, I know my audience. I know the people. I was like, because the thing is that graphic that our graphic designer made explains everything, right? Watch the full show, watch the individual rooms, watch the commentary. But I knew there was still going to be people that weren't sure how to go about it. And I was like, let me do a video to explain things verbally, to kind of paint a picture. And it truly is like feeds. It truly is like feeds. And I was like, if I explain that as feeds, my people, they're going to know exactly what I mean by that. So just at the start, I think at the start I can make that happen. Yes. Every time you say turret, I hear turlet. Well, I'm not saying turlet, so there's that. But I get what you mean, Cool Rider. We need 5. I'm not doing a big boom, Tomster. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I hope some of the players bring a cheeky costume for funsies. I would love to see that. I would love to see that if anyone's kitted up for this one, for the occasion. All right, the last call on the questions. We have 2 by the looks of it. Let's see. Okay, the third thing so the question is double date with Jofo, Jenny or Phil, or Jofo or Matt. And then it's or someone and yeah, no. I mean, why not a triple date from where I'm standing? That's right there. Steph bought a beret. Oh, hell yeah. I love that. I love that. Quinn said he's going to. Honestly, I wouldn't have expected anything less from our guy Quinn. That's awesome. People getting into this is going to make it, I'm going to be very excited for that. Oh, hello, Matthew. Matthew, triple date. You, Jofo, Jenny, Phil, me, Liana. What you saying? What you saying, though? Hey, I'm happy to hear it, Daisy. Hope you have a good night. Sleep well, and everyone sleep well tonight, because we got a lot to do tomorrow. We got a lot to see tomorrow. And the 200th Goose Goose is on Sunday. This is true. I've not finished the list yet, the roster, but 200 will be happening, and we will be there. I'm very excited. Goose Goose is back officially after a 2-week hiatus, our longest hiatus in a minute. So I'm very excited for it. I'm just excited to see Felicia struggle with technology and yell at people. Well, from what I heard, tech check went fine with Felicia, so we should be fine. We'll see. We'll see. But I remember the double date streams, no pressure, but there are up to 8-player games, so triple date. It's possible, Mandy. I think the toughest part with organizing those streams is the reality that everyone works jobs with varying hours. Like that newlywed stream, while I was very happy it worked out, it took a very specific time window that everyone in that stream was free, which I'm happy it worked out, but holy crap. That being said, we could do isolated, like, one night stream. But like a weekly series, I think is off the books at the moment. But if there was a game that we wanted to do for like a night, that's possible, you know? Corey said there's no drama between Bowen and Felicia anymore. That doesn't surprise me. I feel like the expectation that a lot of people are going to have beefs that go beyond a year is non-existent to me. Like, I don't think that's a thing like that. That being said, I feel like some people are expecting the beefs to always be there, but nah. I feel like everyone kind of moves on with their lives after, you know, a little bit. All right, chat. I need to dip out probably. I need to probably dip out here. But I will say thank you to everybody who hung out today. Anyone who subbed, bidded, followed, who followed, welcome in. Those of you that came through with the raids and stuck around, I do appreciate you. I hope you had fun. And I hope you come back again soon. Like I said, noon Eastern tomorrow. Noon Eastern. We'll be live on twitch.tv/RHAP. Not my Twitch account, the RHAP Twitch account. I'll be live there the whole day. So come through, say hello, hang out. And then on Sunday, come right back here, 5 p.m. Eastern for Goose 200. Amongst Goose 200. Should be a good time had there. I appreciate every single one of you for hanging out here. Shout out to the lurkers in the shadows doing some chores while potentially listening here. Chatters, thank you for keeping me entertaining as always. Thank you for asking for advice, asking questions, but also answering and helping your fellow chatters with some advice they may have needed. Y'all are 1 out of 1. I am so grateful and thankful to be the captain of the Less Than 2 crew. And